What's up YouTube, Eastern PA Fishing here. The date is December 3rd. Once again, we are heading back to the small creek that was recently stocked with trout. Last time me and my buddy Big Rig went to this spot, the fish were freshly stocked and they didn't really want to bite too much. So we ended up having to resort to using bait rather than lures. This time, I'm heading back. I don't have any bait with me and we're gonna use just lures. I'm gonna start out throwing a small jerk bait, then we might move to some small soft plastics or an inline spinner. We're gonna catch some fish today. It should be a good episode. If at any point in time you guys like the content, scroll down below, hit the thumbs up button. Helps me out and the fish like it as well. Also, if you're not subscribed to the Eastern PA Fishing YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Do that now. Eastern PA Fishing here, you know what it is by now. Let's get right to the fishing. Well, we made it down to the creek, everybody. Last time I went fishing with Big Rig at this exact spot a few days ago, he was complaining about his waders being too small for him, so we gave them to me. They are a little too big, but they are actually chest waders. Major upgrade from the holy ones that I usually wear. So we should be able to freely walk through the creek however we please. Not exactly sure what the best spot to park up is at this place. So I just parked up at the same spot I did last time, which means I have about 1.5 miles walk till I actually get to the spot where the trout are. So we're gonna start trekking now. We're definitely gonna catch some trout today, guys. Hopefully we'll catch some more brookies. Either way, it's gonna be a good day. A little chillier than I anticipated, but it's a beautiful fall day out here in Pennsylvania. So the day after I shot the last video here, it rained like heck here in southeastern Pennsylvania. Had quite a bit of flooding. So the water's up a little bit. It's also pretty murky. That may play to our advantage today, or it might be a pain and it might be hard to work lures through the faster current. Finally coming up on an area where they stopped. Some old head in the other area I wanted to fish. That's all right though. Started out fishing with this very tiny little jerkbait. Hooks on this are a little rusted out, but we're gonna give it a shot. I'm pretty sure they put a couple buckets right in here. Really hope it's not another day where I have to work my butt off for these fish. Oh boy, so it begins. Looks like nothing's coming at the jerkbait. Gonna do a couple more casts with it and then switch to the next lure. Looking for a follow. That will tell me if there's actually fish here. Last time Chris and I were here, I did see quite a few people hitting up this spot. One of the reasons why we bypassed it, but that makes me think that they probably threw a couple buckets here. Maybe those people knew something I didn't. I'm gonna throw on something else. Maybe we'll get bit here, maybe we won't. But we're definitely gonna catch some fish today, so stay tuned. So I was digging through my trout tackle box and I found myself a little swim bait already rigged up on this little jig head. So I'm gonna give this a shot. This really isn't something I would typically throw when I'm targeting trout, but trout have been known to eat small swim baits. So let's see if we can get it to work. Oh well, this spot looks like a bust. Real nice hole, super deep. Bet there probably are a couple trout down there. Maybe they did stock it here, maybe they didn't. But chances are with all that rain, that some washed downstream probably went right into this deeper hole. They're just down there at the bottom chilling. Might not be too interested in feeding right now. It is pretty chilly today, which does deter the fish a little bit. That's all right though. We're gonna keep on walking, keep on fishing, but eventually we're gonna make it to where me and Chris slammed them the other day. Hopefully they're gonna be eating lures. This really isn't the best time of year to be throwing lures for any type of fish, but we're gonna make it happen today. Cast here, cast there. Alrighty, we're almost at the spot where Chris and I were catching them last time. Well, we made it. This is the spot where we want to fish today. Looks like there's one jamoke over there, exactly where I want to fish. It's okay though. Alrighty, welcome to the trial and error portion of this video. Nothing on the spinner. I'm gonna switch up. Well, let's try this little beat up jerkbait. It's missing an eye. Maybe it'll catch a fish. Nothing on the jerkbait. Let's give the jig another shot. Hopefully we don't break it off. Oh, there we go. First cast with a jig. It's a nice bow. First fish of the day, we land him. Dang, that's a nice bow. Oh, he came off. That's cool though. Using a little jig pause technique. Oh, There we go. Nice fish. Make sure we land this one. There we go. Beautiful colors. And these little stocked rainbow trout. Let's get them back. There's number one on the jig. Let's see if we can get some more. Show you guys my swim bait real quick. It is just a small little red and yellow Big Bites Baits miniature swim bait. I think that's 2.5 inches. I don't have the original package on me. I think this is also probably the last one I have in my backpack. I do have some other small swim baits in there, so I might use those once this gets a little beat out. Oh, nothing more on the Big Bite swim bait. Let's try little trout magnet, yellow and orange. There we go. Another little guy. Oh, it's a brook. There we go. Yes. He didn't swallow it either. Whew, it pops right out. Look at this beautiful stocked brookie. Amazing colors on that guy. What a fish. What a freaking fish. Let's get him back. Catching and releasing today. There he goes. Yes. Third bite of the day, second fish of the day. Let's keep fishing. There we go. That's a nice one. There we go, another bow. Third fish of the day. They're biting a lot better than they did a couple days ago, that's for sure. I was just crawling that one along the bottom ever so lightly. There we go, third fish of the day. Let's get him back. Man, it's starting to get a little late in the day. How many more are we gonna be able to catch? Let's try on the other side of this log real quick. See how spread out they really are in this hole. So the way I'm fishing this trout magnet, so I'm just casting it out there. Once it gets down to the bottom, I'm just very gently lifting my rod, ever so lightly and very slowly. You want to feel the fish before the fish feels you. You feel a little tap on that line, you set that hook hard, got yourself a trout. It's as easy as that. Kind of fishing it just like a Senko. Real slow drag. Now in the spring and the fall, you might want to work them more erratically. You know, give them some jerk motions. Try to trigger a reaction strike, but this time of year, when the water's real cold, you want to make sure you're working your lures slow. Let's get back on the other side of this log, catch some more. Oh, there we go. It's number 4. Ooh, lively one. Get on up here. Another bow. Trout magnet is freaking smoking them. Glad we came fishing today. Another beautiful bow. Look at the colors on that one. I don't know how well the GoPro picks them up, but that is a beautiful rainbow trout. Right on the lip, hook pops right out. You'd make a nice little meal. We're not here for that today. See you, dude. Number 4. 3 on the trout magnet, 1 on the swim bait. Oh man, I had another one. Dang, they are loving this little yellow and orange trout magnet. I think this one's starting to get a little beat out. Let's try the little pink trout magnet. Probably gonna be just as effective as the yellow and orange one. Hooking it up, little size 6 Aberdeen hook. Alrighty, all hooked up, ready to go. Oh snap. Didn't even realize he was on there. There's number 5. What do we got here? Another bow. Dang, that's a nice bow. 4 bows, 1 brookie. Whew, take it easy, dude. There we go. That is the biggest bow of the day. Probably the prettiest bow of the day too. Tell you, they stock some good looking fish in this creek. Let's get him back. Ooh, he's a little confused. There he goes. Well, everybody, I've pretty much had my fun for the day. Let's see if we can get one more out of here. We're gonna call it. Oh, there we go. There's another one. This is gonna be the last one of the day. Gotta call it after this fish. Another bow. There we go. Could probably sit here and catch a couple more, but I think it's about time we get out of here. Last few, last fish. Tell you, that is a beautiful bow. They put some pretty ones in here. See you, dude. Thanks for the fight. Oh, I get a little confused. Here he goes. Phew. What a haul. Well, everybody, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I had myself a great time out here fishing today. 6 trout for any day of the year is actually a pretty good haul. These are stock trout, like I said however many times during this video, so they are a little more willing to bite than wild trout, hence the reason I was able to sit in that one spot and, you know, catch all the fish that I caught today. But just another gorgeous fall day out here. I had a great time fishing. I hope you guys all liked the content. If at any point you did, scroll down below, hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed to the Eastern PA Fishing YouTube channel, what the heck are you waiting for? Do that now. Eastern PA Fishing here, you know what it is by now. Till next time, guys, keep on fishing.